this race is cursed. If you've seen my previous video where I made a massive mistake into the pit lane, we're going to put that behind us and we're going to go again. Bathurst, day to race C, both tyres available. We slightly improved our qualifying time. We used the Toyota Supra. I think it is a better car for qualifying, so we're down to a 2 minutes 2. But it still only puts us 10th on the grid, and it's reasonably quick lobby. So we'll see where we can get to with this difficult lobby. Now, I think I've got a better race pace than I have for qualifying pace, so I'm hoping to race forwards. We're going to start on the medium tyres. I'm going to go at least 3 laps, and well, there's Momoz. He's not going. The grid's going to bunch up behind him. We've got a grid bug, guys. This is not the best way to start Bathurst, with a bunched up standing start. And away we go. Absolute madness into turn -1, because we haven't only started the race yet. And it's kicking off already. Look at this. Cars left, right, centre, 5 wide into the start of the race. And we've been shuffled back down the order to 17th position. And, well, you know, I said at the start of the video, this race is cursed. Now, I want to enjoy Bathurst. I want to try my best. I want to learn the track. But honestly, guys, this is really difficult. So 17th position, down the straight for the first time, but we are deep in the slipstream of the Corvette ahead, and we're going to try and get a move into this right-hander corner here. Late on the brakes, get that move done, and just give a little bit of space on the outside. Everybody else is still kicking off in chaos. The pack is much more closely bunched than it would normally be with a rolling start, and we're going to get beat up in the mountain section, guys. We're going to be going too wide. Where we shouldn't be going too wide, and I'm going to make a mistake here. I'm going to drift wide, not realising there's a car to my outside, and pinch someone against the wall. So I'm sorry if that was you. That was completely unintentional, but my eyes were everywhere trying to avoid every other car. We're going to still try and refocus and race forwards. We are now up to 16th position, and every car is battling ahead, going down the mountain for the first time. We're going to try and just use our kind of skiing tactics, get our rhythm left, right as we go through there. Contact for the driver ahead with the barriers, more contact again, sparks are flying, and we're going to try and get a run out of this final mountain corner. And we do have cars behind us for company, but I think we could get a run on this Corvette driver, and I think we're going to get a really good slipstream now. So we're closing into the back of the British driver ahead. We're going to go to the inside for the kink, which is going to put us outside for the chicane. But I think we're going to get enough to clear. A little bit of contact, and we're going to get on the brakes now. A fraction late, and we've run wide. And now we're over the grass. I'm worried about getting reset. Unsafe rejoin. But in my defence, GT Sport is so keen on the track resets. I wanted to get back on the track as quickly as possible. And Newbeard has just passed us now. We've raced him and seen him before. He's wanted to work with us, I think, before in previous videos. So shout out to you for great racing in those videos. And now we are, well, we're in 19th position now. And that is the... Well, we've finished lap 1. Lap 1's out the way. That was probably the most chaotic lap I've ever raced in my life. And we might as well not have set a qualifying time because we're in 19th position. But we're going to try and race forwards now. I think I've got good race pace. I feel like I'm quite consistent over the mountain now. I've kind of starting to get the flow. And we're going to ride on board now. So sparks flying ahead. All of the cars ahead will still be very bunched up. The top 4 drivers or so would have got the break with that start line glitch, and we're going to flow through the mountain now. So very close to the wall there for us, but we are closing into the back of Newbeard, and I think we've got a good line over the mountain this time. Just backing off the throttle just to keep the car in the track limits, and we're closing in massively now, braking through this downhill section, overlaying a bit of throttle just to keep the car straight. Viewer suggestion, I think it was Stuart Parnell, suggested overlaying brake and throttle. It works really well, just to help us to push the brake balance to the front, and keeps the car nice and in line. So we're going to get it's not a great exit out the corner, but we will have just about slipstream from the car ahead. But it looks like we've dropped the cars behind, so it looks like all we need to do now is race forwards. Always my motto in these races is focus on what's ahead of you, look towards where you want to be going rather than where you've come from, and that should help you close into the drivers ahead. As drivers ahead still battling, so we have maybe the pit stop window is open for some drivers, but not for me. I'm going to go to lap 3, and that should undercut some drivers. Dust kicking up ahead from drivers running a little bit wide on the exit of the final corner across the line. That's going to finish lap number 2, and I think we're starting to fight back now, guys. A lot of drivers ahead are still battling. We're going on about that all the time, but once they get into the mountain section, they'll be tripping each other up and they will come back into our clutches as we look at some fantastic shots there. The Mount Panorama, the TV cam, it looks great, and I've got to say huge shout out to JP for this Race Asylum livery. It looks absolutely fantastic on this Corvette. If you want to join Race Asylum, link in the description below for the Discord. We're here to help you get faster in GT Sport. If you're enjoying this video so far, hit that like button, consider subscribing if you haven't already, ring that bell to be notified whenever we upload, and you'll be the first one to see these videos kick off as we go ahead. Maybe try and drop a first in the comments below if you manage to get the comments before anyone else has commented. And as you can see now, we are closing into the back of drivers through the mountain section. Who'd have thought not 3 days ago I was thinking about sacking this race off, but now we are good in the mountain section. A mistake from the driver ahead, we're going to capitalize on that as we flow through, and the mountain section is probably where I feel strongest. And yeah, getting that flow certainly in race conditions is a huge thing. As the McLaren gets squeezed against the wall there, we're going to capitalize on that, and we're going to get in the slipstream of drivers ahead. We're going to have a lot of overspeed to deal with when we get to this kink, and I don't really know what we're going to do. We're going to go into the slipstream of one driver, into the slipstream of another driver. We're going to get to the inside of someone in this kink, and we're going to try and not hit them on the runoff. I've just about managed to do that. Sensible on the brakes from all drivers involved. That is fantastic driving from all of these drivers, and we're going to make a couple of positions there, up to 15th position. I'm not going to pit. I'm going to go one lap longer. I want to avoid pit lane chaos. Quite frankly, I'm scared of the pit lane. I might just wait until the last lap before I pit, because I'm scared of making a mistake into the pit lane. But we're going to go one lap longer on these tyres and race with these drivers out on the track, and hopefully the drivers in the pits are going to trip over each other through the mountain when they are on their outlap on their soft tyres. They could get us on the undercut, but it looks like we've got a massive overspeed now. Are we going to get on? No, we're not have enough overspeed there to get past Newbeard. Now we do need Newbeard to get a move on here. We don't need to be costing time for each other in this lap. It's an important lap. We're racing drivers on the opposite side of the track after their pit stop, and it's going okay so far. We're in 12th position. I think 3 drivers ahead would have pitted, so I think it's a net 15th. Maybe they're going to get us on the undercut. I don't know if anyone from behind pitted. Sparks flying ahead as we go through the mountain section. This left-hander is very difficult. You've got to make sure you hit the apex, but don't hit the inside wall. And we're going to be safe on our brakes down through the mountain now, trying to avoid bumping into other drivers. Certainly when you're following cars through the mountain, I would definitely recommend being early on your brakes and maybe just brake with a little less force. You'll still arrive at the apex at the same speed, but you'll have that more control. But we've got a great drive off of the corner here, and it's a slipstream battle. We need to choose a driver we're going to favour. We're going to favour Newbeard this time. We've raced with him before. He's given us some bump drafts in the past, so we're going to help him past the Supra, and we're going to clear as well. Oh, we're going to get 2 wheels on the grass. It's all kicking off. Oh my god, that was unbelievable stuff, guys. And we've almost dropped the car. Unsafe rejoin, and we've just about got away with it. We're causing absolute chaos, and now this is going to be my pit lap. I'm going to get on the brakes really early, get the car stopped, and the British drivers almost made the same mistake as I did early on, but there, we've made it into the pits. That is a first for me at this track. Fast forward in the pit stop, there's quite a lot of pit loss, and we're going to exit the pits now on these softer compound tyres and see where we come out. And well, we're in 18th position. Things haven't quite gone to plan there. We've lost a lot of time to the drivers that undercut us, and we had a bit of a chaotic in lap. Well, skipping forwards towards the end of the lap, and we're going to go through the chicane here and closed in a little bit on Newbird. We've just gained a position there from a rage quit, or maybe a disconnect, who knows. Rage quits are possible, we all know that. But we're going to get on the brakes now into the final corner, and Newbeard's going to get a run on the French driver. He's going to squash him against the wall, and that is going to take Newbeard out of the equation. Are we going to throw it down the inside on this French driver to give a bit of payback for our friend Newbeard? We're not going to do it on that corner there, but we are going to get in the slipstream. Did he just brake check me then? I didn't see the brake lights, and wow, something's going on. Maybe some previous between those two drivers, but I got involved in something that I probably shouldn't have got involved in. But we have gained 2 positions due to that, and also some pit stops as well. So I'm now 12th. Unbelievable stuff, guys. I think the strategy is finally working out. Skipping forwards now towards the end of the race. Not much happened. I seemed to get a pocket of no man's land and just rounded out this race in 12th position. And I'm happy to finish. Certainly after everything that happened in that race, I'm happy just to bring it across the line and complete the race. And I only really lost 2 positions on my qualifying position, so happy with that one, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you've enjoyed this race. Hit that like button if you have. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I have another race lined up, and I'll hopefully get that released in a few days time. And it was a fantastic race. I now understand Bathurst. I understand the appeal of it. Thank you very much for watching. If you got this far in the video, I really hope you return for the next video for Bathurst. It's a cracking race, it really is. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.